and time. Hey everyone, this is Datu Tim here along with Shia and Alana, and this is the Junior and Little Arnisadors Project, Filipino martial arts for kids. A lot of people in our industry don't teach children because, well, to be honest, they probably just don't have the skills to do it or the temperament, or they're intimidated by it. So this series is showing how we can teach children martial arts, Filipino martial arts specifically. Now, today's topic is going to be how to do an advanced Sinawali and how you can break it down to make things easy and use some props, which we did in the previous one, using props to teach Sinawali, but some other props to make it even better. Now, I know they're probably making faces behind my back. I told them it was okay. They are kids, but obviously they won't do that when I turn around because I will give them the schmack. But anyways, so with no further ado, it is time for the Little and Juniors Arnisadors Project, how to teach advanced Sinawalis. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go over the Sinawali, Shai and I first, and then I'll have Alana switch out with me. So first of all, the full Sinawali, super. Okay, now just to put things in context, Shai is 10 years old. How many years do you think you've been doing the Sinawali? Probably 2-3 years? Yeah, she's been doing it for a while. So I probably taught her the Sinawali at least 8, maybe at 7 years old. Shai's been with me since she's been like 3.5. So it's not hard. This structure will work. So let's break this down, and then I'm gonna have the girls do it together because, you know, obviously Shai can do it with me. I'm the teacher, but can kids do it with each other? We know better because we did see them do it in the video earlier, but let's go through it anyway. So first thing to do is ones. So let's 1 strike on each side. Then I'll say 2, so we'll double slash, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the numbering system is how many times you hit with each hand. Then I'll say 3, so we'll do our single Sinawali from the first video, hitting an abanico on low, single Sinawali low, that's 3. Then 4 is floor tap single Sinawali, which we've done before. And then floor tap with a twirl. And that's the whole Sinawali. So one more time, we do 1s. Then we do 2s. Then we do the first 3, high, low, low. Then the second 3 with the floor tap. And then the extension of that to make it 4. Okay. So let's bring Alana in. So first thing I would do is break it down. I would just do the pieces. So 2-3 minutes, we might just do 1s. So just give us the 1s. High, 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 high. Just that's it. That would be the first Sinawali I would show them. Then I'll say, all right, let's do 1, 2. So let's do 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Now, what's going to happen is if they miss the beat, kids and adults have the same thing. They want to stop. Unless you're going to hurt your partner, you keep going with this because you're going to miss. So now we're going to do the 3. So we're going to do single Sinawali, high, low, and then abanico low. So it's high, low, low, high, low, low. And this is that single Sinawali we learned in the first video just with the extra abanico at the end. The abanico meaning fan. All right, ladies, give us 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. And again. So I would do that for like 2 or 3 minutes. Really get this in their DNA. I mean, we might, you know, it all depends if they've done the Sinawali first. You know, did they do single by itself already? And most likely, I mean, I would have been teaching this already. So now we're going to do the second 3, which is the floor tap single. So the first Sinawali, high, low, but a floor hit in the between. So go ahead. And then now we're going to do the same Sinawali, but we're going to take our hand after hitting the ground, pull it up, the other stick hits it, it rotates and hits. So that ends up being 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Perfect. So now you've got all the elements. This may take a couple classes, it may take 1 class. It all depends on how much prep you've done ahead of time. If they know single Sinawali, this is probably a 15-minute class at most. And then what I just do is I make sure that they change partners, because you know what, they may not gel well together. Or these two rock and other people have some problems, so you want to rotate them around. So, you know, when I'm doing the Sinawalis, especially if I'm going to do it for a while, I'll have a timer, and every time, you know, set it like every 45 seconds, it beeps, everyone finds a different partner. Or what I'll do is I'll have 2 lines down the middle of the room, and then I'll have them switch, and I'll tell them which direction to go. And when you get to the end of the line, you go back to the beginning, and stuff like that. So let's put the whole thing together. Ladies, show us Super Sinawali. You want? Good. All right. So I don't sweat it if they miss a beat. Like in the video, I'm not going to cut and show this. We want to see where the problems are going to be. And the thing here is 3 and 4, the last 2 are almost the same, just 1 extra beat. You get a little confused, and that's okay. When I'm teaching this, sometimes what I do is just do 1, 2, 3. So here's what I want you to do. Just give me 1, then double slash, then abanico, and start over. Now, I just told them to do this. So let's see how well they can adapt. Depends on their motor memory. So 1s, 2s, and then abanico single. Start over. Good. Ladies, excellent. The hardest one is the 4th one. Because what happens, you hit, you palm, you gotta get the stick to twirl. And a lot of people, they just can't get that. It takes time. I got adults that can't figure out what I'm doing. I've been telling them for a year. So I might cut that out. The nice thing of this Sinawali becomes modular. So I can just do 1s and 2s. Or I can do 1, 2, 3. Or I can do 1, 2, 3, 3. Or I can do all 4. Okay, so we'll take a little break now. And then we're gonna come right back and set up for how to spice this up to keep everyone's interest. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna spice it up. I've got a pair of little Jedi, Sith, whatever. I can relate to more of the dark side. So these are Ultra Sabers, ultrasaber.com if I'm not mistaken. I paid for these. These were not donated. They don't do sponsorships. I've tried. These are really good because you could fight with these. You need to get a heavier blade. I've done Sinawalis. These are the Econo blades. I've had these for a couple of years. And with the Sinawalis, they're fine. I get the extra short ones. But when these come out, everyone goes crazy, both the kids and the adults. So let's talk about how to spice this up. So we'll do 2 phases. So first part, show us what you got. All right, good. Now, their tempo is going to change a little because these are heavier. So let's do the second part. Ladies, which they have not practiced this yet, show us what you got. Keep going. Okay, and sabers off. And that's your inner geek coming out because, you know, geek is chic. I wish that was when I was a kid because I was a geek and it sure as heck wasn't chic back then. These are probably about 80, 90 a piece. I get the double-ended series like you would have with Darth Maul. So, and then they ship, they're unattached. There's a coupler that puts the 2 together. I get the shorter blades, and then they're a perfect size. So they'll make them up to 40-inch blades. And there's other companies. I use Ultra Saber, and I actually have been part of a league that actually fights with sabers. I like doing long weapon fighting. So they're mostly HEMA people. historical European martial arts, and it's cheaper than that because some of the swords in HEMA are like $500, but it's still all the same techniques. And if you can get the high impact blades, these will actually fight up against the wooden bokken, which I have a few of the blades. They are phenomenal. But like I said, with the Sinawalis doing things of this nature, they're great, and they're great for demos. And you know, like I said, I've got 8 of these. I just buy them bit by bit. And you know, when I pull them out in class, everyone goes nuts over them. The nice thing about Ultra Saber, they don't really do a wholesale, but if you buy a certain amount, they'll give you like an extra blade or an extra whole sword in there. They have specials all the time. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up here, and then I'll do the final wrap up, my final words on this. And the next episode is going to be an extension of this, but I'll save that for the next episode. Okay, so it's time for the wrap up. So this episode was about how to do an advanced Sinawali and teach children how to do that. And the first thing I did was break it down into smaller parts. And I do the same thing with adults. So really the tactics I use to teach children are the same as adults. And a lot of times the kids get it quicker than the adults. There are certain things that you can't teach the children. They're too complex, you need to understand concepts, or it's just not age appropriate if we're dealing with edged weapons and stuff of that nature. But when it comes to the I'm using core material, Sinawalis, Sombratas, stuff of that nature, you'd be surprised at how quickly they get at it. And actually, in some cases, they do it better than the adults. So, we're going to wrap up this episode. I hope everyone found this entertaining and educational. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button for new videos, and share this wherever you feel is appropriate. So I want to thank you on behalf of Shia and Alana. I am Datu Tim saying thank you for stopping by, and looking forward to seeing you all back here for the next episode of the Little and Junior Arnisadors Project.